Hey everyone. All right, hey guys. So again, as usual, if you're following any of my other videos by now, you'll know that's Taylor Davis, amazing violinist. So you check her out on YouTube, buy her videos, buy her CDs, buy all her stuff, support her any way you can, Patreon, whatever. She's amazing. So she deserves the support. So this is going to be a little bit shorter, different video than the deep thoughts videos I've been doing. In case you haven't noticed, my channel kind of has a few different, I guess, paths or avenues it's taking. But that's the reason is my main goal is to do stuff and film stuff that I love, and to have fun. Secondly, obviously, um, have fun while I'm doing it, and also to, I guess, not really educate people, but to tell them a little bit about me, get them, I guess, thinking in different ways, kind of thing. Um, Different viewpoints, Sometimes that's all it takes to get your brain spinning in a different way is to hear somebody else's thought on something, right? So I know it helps me. I love to hear people's viewpoints, as many different viewpoints on as many different topics as possible. That's why I can be the loud guy, but a lot of times I'm the quiet guy sitting there just listening to what everyone else says because that way you get other people's opinions on things, and that's important sometimes, right? Not just for knowing them, but for knowing yourself and how you think of things. So today, or right now, the video is going to be people I respect and look up to, and I guess I could call my heroes. Some of these people are alive, some of them are dead, some of them are not even actually technically real. I have different categories. I'll explain them all and go through them, and I'll explain my reasons. Some of these people, I promise you, some of you people are not going to like it. You're going to crucify me on it. But again, everyone has their own personal opinions and views and thoughts, and I'll explain mine. So I'll jump into it. First one, of course. Well, I guess maybe not, of course, but for a lot of you that know me, it will be, and of course, Gordon Ramsay. Man is the greatest cook in the world, hands down, probably ever will be. And his attitude, I fucking love him. I'm sorry. Yeah, maybe sometimes he seems a bit of a hard up asshole, but it's because he's passionate about what he loves. He loves food. He loves cooking, right? And you put that man in the kitchen, you put someone in the kitchen who is not as passionate as him. Yeah, it's gonna show and it's gonna come out in his attitude, man. Like he loves food, he loves his food, and he doesn't want anyone fucking with it. I completely understand. There's actually people in real life that live in Edmonton that can vouch for this. I have kicked people out of my kitchen um, on more than one occasion because I'm sort of like that as well. I can turn into a bit of a dick, I guess, in the kitchen, you could say. Um, it's just if you tell me you know what you're doing, I expect you to know what you're doing. That's just kind of how I am. And that's not just cooking, that's kind of everything. If you tell me you know what you're doing, then I put my trust in you, right? Like I'm going to assume you know what you're doing. If you tell me, I'm a pretty open person. If you be honest, that's how I feel everyone should be, is honest with everyone, honest with yourself and honest with each other. If you can't do something, you're be honest and you say. But if you tell me you can do something and you can't, and then I'm picking up your slack, having to work harder, of course, nobody likes that, right? Nobody likes having to work for more than one person, especially when you're expecting that person to know what they're doing. Um, so, anyways, besides that, Gordon Ramsay, bam, top. Second person, closely kind of related, I guess, Jon Taffer. He's the I don't know if you've ever seen it, bar rescue. So he goes around America, I believe, mostly, and rescues bars that are about to close. Does you know the makeovers, teaches them drinks, gets the staff in line, teaches them food, everything they need. The man's done over 800 bars, probably way more than that by now, I'm assuming. But in the episodes I'm watching, I'm rewatching old episodes just because I like it. But he was saying 800, but he's probably at like 1,000, 1,200 by now or more. So Jon Taffer, second man, really respect him. He knows his shit, knows what he's doing, doesn't take crap from people. Respect the man highly. So those are those two. Second, I guess we'll keep it kind of in category since they are widely known TV people. We'll stick to TV. Next category, TV actors and actresses that I respect highly. Sorry, yeah, I am looking down. I had to write some of this down because I couldn't remember all of it off the top of my head. Sorry. But yeah, so Hugh Jackman, of course, got to start with Hugh Jackman. He is my very favorite. As Wolverine, there will never be another Wolverine for me. Doesn't matter who they replace him with, they'll never be as good. They'll never be Wolverine. He is Wolverine, and Wolverine is my very favorite Marvel character, very favorite, basically, character almost ever for anything, period. And Hugh Jackman, you are master at that. You are a mastercraft. Not just that, any other movie you've ever been in, Australia, The Greatest Showman. I can't think of really more off the top of my head, but any movie you've ever been in, I've most likely seen it, and love you. You're an amazing actor. Next one would be Jason Statham. Sorry if I said that wrong, but again, every movie I've ever seen that man in, I love it. My ex actually teases me that I have a man crush on him. That he's that exact thing, that I have a man crush on him. But the man's just an amazing actor. He is great in every fucking movie he's in, and his action is superb. Like his acting is just, he's amazing. Anyway, next person would have to be Jet Li. I love him. He is amazing in action movies. He's in so many great like Chinese and Japanese, I'm assuming. Sorry if I got that wrong. But martial arts films. Even back before he became an actor in America, he used to do Japanese movies, and I believe, sorry if I'm wrong, Chinese, sorry, movies where he's from, and amazing actor. His martial arts skills, his acting, superb again. Next person, Donnie Yen. Amazing actor, same thing. Every action movie I've ever seen him in, superb, top-notch quality acting. Again, gonna do the same thing because I don't know Japanese, Chinese. Sorry, I'm a little on that. But any movie he's ever been in that I've watched, which are a lot, not just English or American, but his other ones as well, amazing. Next would have to be Scarlett Johansson. Every movie I've ever seen her in, love her. Black Widow. I'm a big Marvel fan, but amazing as Black Widow, amazing as in any movie I've ever seen her in. Top-notch actress. Next one, Margot Robbie. Same thing. Harley Quinn. Sorry, but I fell in love. I did. Like, oh my God. Any other movie you've ever been in? What is that? Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, I think it's called. I can't remember a lot of the movies off my head, but I've seen at least, I think, 6 other ones with you in it. I've loved them all. I find you're an amazing actress as well. I find you're top notch. you are one of the best actresses I've ever watched. I enjoy watching all of your movies. So, yeah. And the last one would have to be Elizabeth Olsen, Scarlet Witch. I literally have a movie over there. It's a horror movie. Sorry, I can't remember the name. But, anyways, uh, one of the best actresses I've ever seen as well. Love every movie I've ever seen her in. Not as many. I think only about 3 or 4 other than the Marvel movies. But amazing actress. She's top notch as well. All 3 of those actresses, I don't think you could do better. At least personal opinion, of course, right? All right, so the next we're going to do would be music. I'm gonna have to start that off with, of course, Taylor Davies. Sorry, I kind of said that wrong. I guess that's why I paused. Davis, Taylor Davis. Sorry, Davis, Taylor. Best violinist I've ever heard in my life. If you saw my Facebook post, like I said, that woman, I started listening to her a couple years ago, probably like 2 or something. I think the first time I heard her because I was listening to Lindsey Sterling actually. And then I ended up clicking to one of her videos, and recently I've really gotten into the classical music and that kind of stuff. I've always liked it, but I've been really into it recently, like way more than usual in the last like year. So I've been listening to a lot of Taylor Davis's stuff, and she is by far, I feel, the best violinist. She's the best musician I've ever heard in my life, by far. Best violinist. No offense to Lindsey Sterling, but I find she's way better. Like no one comes even close to Taylor Davis for me. Anyway, so that's the start. Go on from there, I will have to go to my next, which would be Taylor Swift. I love that woman. I love every song I've ever heard from her. I like Taylor Davis. I would never be able to sing beside her. I'll never be that good at singing. But I want to see her in concert. I want to see her live one day, definitely. Taylor Davis, same thing. But the thing with Taylor Davis is I want to get good enough at violin. I am starting to practice. I want to get good enough to play beside her. I want to get good enough so I can put out a video and convince her I'm good enough to do a song with me. Taylor Swift, though, I want to see her live before I die. All right. Next person, top of the charts, Eminem, of course. Best rapper of all time. In my opinion, of course. If we're putting it on a Biggie Tupac level, he is there. If not, maybe a little above for me. Only due to the fact, not only, you got to give him his credit, right? He's amazing. He's going for years. Man's, 50 now? 50 some, and still going, still making CDs, still the best lyricist. That man can pull fucking. Sorry, I'm blanking, but anyway, man's a genius, okay? Can wrap lyrical circles around fucking anybody, anyone. It doesn't matter who you would put him up against, he would win. There's no contest, not with any single other rapper in this world. He's it. He is the GOAT. He's whatever the best is, he's it. So yeah, another person I want to see is on my bucket list. I want to see him before either I die or he stops performing live. Next person, Joyner Lucas, another man, amazing talent. I have not heard a song yet of his that I do not like. He is amazing. I don't think he's been rapping, at least as far as I know, for more than like a couple years. Maybe like 7 or 8, or I don't know. I started listening to him, I think, like 6 years ago, so I don't know. That'd be close to that, at least 4 years ago, 5 years ago. Anyway, man's amazing. Every song he puts out is a fucking hit. Every CD, everything. Guy is a lyrical genius as well. Maybe not exact on Eminem's level, but I'd say he's pretty close. He's amazing. Next person, Chris Webby. Some people may know, some may don't. I don't think he's as widely known in the mainstream scene, but YouTube scene definitely. He does do tours and everything, so I'm assuming he's known at least somewhat. Right? Sorry, Chris. Christian. Don't want to downplay you at all there, man. I'm just not sure how actually big you are. I know I love you. Every song you put out is fucking amazing. I've heard every song you've ever put on YouTube or online anywhere. I've heard it. I've been there. Anytime you've ever come to Edmonton, except this year, just because I had a lot of shit going on in my life. But the last 3 years, I've seen every concert he's ever done. I have pictures of me shaking hands with you and Merc. So again, amazing rapper. Every song he puts out, banger. So since I just mentioned him, he's the other person on my list. One of them, Mercules. Every song he makes, banger. Man's a fucking beast. Guy is amazing. Amazing. And he's Canadian. It's awesome. But guy's a lyrical genius as well. Fucking amazing. Next person, Dax. I fucking love Dax. Canadian as well, amazing. And man's a monster. Guy's a beast. 20-minute songs, man. I know some people do them, but this guy, 10-minute songs, 20-minute songs, and it's nothing for him. He's amazing. Love you, Dax. You're awesome. I also saw you when you came to Edmonton last year. You were amazing. And then the last person on the music list is Gone. Luke Gone. Gawne. Kid's the fastest rapper in the world. And he is. There's no joke about it. He's faster than Tech N9ne, he's faster than Twisted, he's faster than Twisted Insane, who is crazy fast. If you listen to him, he's more, I think, online, like YouTube and stuff, but crazy fast. But Gone, sorry, I keep saying Gone, Luke Gone, a lot faster. He's amazing. He's the fastest rapper ever. Check him out. He's all on YouTube and stuff. Has some really good songs. He's amazing. All right, and that's it for sorry, not it. Last person. Last, definitely not least. Shania Twain. Love that woman. Same thing, every song she's ever put out. She was my mom's favorite. My mom used to blast her music and play or whatever. She was cooking, cleaning, she used to clean the house and blast the music on the stereo, right? And clean. Was her thing. But Shania Twain was her thing, and I know why, because Shania Twain's fucking amazing. Love that woman. All right, so that is the end of the music. I guess to move on to number 4. I thought I was going to do another before that, but I guess not. Okay, cool. So number 4. Sorry about that, guys. Confusion. So the number 4 is... Gotta put my glasses on, sorry. Oh, the Not Really Alive people. Okay, so these are people that I respect, and that their attitudes and just, everything about them, I respect. But they're not real people. They're people from TV or something like that. So obviously, I'll give you some examples. Ari Gold. He's from Entourage. He's just, his business sense, it's amazing. If you've ever watched Entourage, you know what I'm talking about. I watched the whole thing all the way through. I used to own it all the way through. I had the movie, watched it, and my ex bought me the Ari Gold book, which I read front to cover. It was my favorite book for the longest time. I read it 3 times, I think, before I lost it. But Ari Gold, amazing guy. Next, Thanos, actually. Yes, the bad guy from Marvel. Although he's the bad guy, I respect his strength, his power, everything about that aspect of him. The guy's a fucking monster. I also respect not how he went about what he did, but why he was trying to do what he did. He was technically trying to save half the universe, right? So half the galaxy. A lot of people kind of forget that because he is the bad guy and he does a lot of bad shit and he does disappear half the people. But in his mind, he was the good guy, right? I know that's always the case for bad guys. Sure, there's other ways to go about what he was trying to do, I guess, maybe. But in his mind's eye, everyone was fucked if they didn't get rid of half of them. So, I mean, he was trying to save, technically, in the long run, he was trying to save the galaxy, the universe, and half of the race, all the races. Bottom line, in the end, he was trying to save everyone and everything. So, bad guy or not, I respect it. Next person, same thing, Scarlet Witch. I think Elizabeth Olsen is the only person that's in here twice, but Scarlet Witch from obviously WandaVision, the Marvel movies, and Doctor Strange is the one I want to dive into, is where the real respect comes in, because she's the bad guy in the second movie, Doctor Strange movie, Multiverse of Madness. If you haven't watched it, watch it. It's amazing. Great special effects and stuff. Anyway, she's the bad guy, but it's really only because she's trying to find the family she feels she deserves and that she lost, right? She sees visions. She has a family. She has 2 sons somewhere, and her, her husband, I guess, is still alive, right? The one that gets killed, Vision. So her striving goal is to do whatever she has to find this family of hers, and I think a lot of people can relate to that, can resonate, right? Like, she's doing bad things, like she's killing people and shit throughout the movie and stuff, and chasing down this girl, but it's just because she's hurt, right? She's hurting, and she wants that thing that she feels going to make her feel whole and take that loss away. So I respect that, and she's crazy powerful, and in the end, she does kind of fucking off herself, right, to do the right thing. So you got to respect that as well, Okay, then the second is, not second, I'm already on second. Next is Jet Li's character from War. If you've never watched the movie, it's Jet Li and Jason Statham. 2000 something. It's an older movie, but his character was a good guy. I'm not gonna do too much because spoil the movie. Anyway, he goes through craziness and amazing amount of time, patience, hardship, planning to reach his goals. Like, if you want to strive, like if you need somebody to look up to want to strive for goals, that is a fictional person. Okay, let me tell you, because the man, amazing. Next person, Dexter. If you've ever watched Dexter, fucking watch Dexter. Yeah, that's all I gotta say. The man's a genius. The man's amazing. He's a serial killer who only kills serial killers. He is able to take that urge that is literally planted inside his brain and every fiber of his being, everything, and focus it specifically on bad guys. That's all I got to say right there. Okay? Basically, I feel. Next person is Homura Kenshin. He's from an anime and also real. There were movies, so live action adaptations. I'm blanking on what it's actually called right now. I will put a comment in below and say the show. But anyway, the guy basically was a samurai, or warrior in Japan way back in the day, feudal warrior or whatever, when the wars were going on. And he was the greatest swordsman like ever. He was fucking slaying people, destroying people. Met a woman, of course, fell in love, yada yada, did a bunch of shit, ended up killing her. Anyway, I'm not going to go too much into the stories, but he vows to never kill anyone ever again. So he has himself crafted a reverse blade katana, so when he fights with people and slashes them, he does not kill them. He just hurts them, but he still beats shit them because he's fucking amazing. So I respect his fighting skill, and I respect his thoughts and his drive and his goals, and his peacefulness. And the last ones are going to be the whole cast of the live action One Piece. They are all amazing. They did such the real life people as well. They did such amazing goals. They are the characters. You could not do any better. Never. Sorry that I didn't get do your real names. That's another thing I'll put in the comments below. I will definitely give you guys credit as the real life actors and actresses because you guys are fucking amazing. You destroyed the live action One Piece. They could not have done it better. Best live action adaptation I've ever seen in my life, and I've seen, I think, almost every single one. So, kudos to you guys, definitely. Alrighty. And now I'm going to do real life people now, just so the next category you can really see where I'm putting these people. I want you to understand the level that I'm putting these people on. Okay, and the first one is my brother, Andrew Jeveraj. Some of you know him as Rafiq, people that know him. But that kid grew up and did amazing things with his life. He owns a house. I'm renting the basement of that current house right now at the moment. Has an amazing family, 2 wonderful children, a bunch of animals. Has done wonders in his career. He's a former electrician, makes fucking more money than almost anyone in the city. He's doing amazing. He's doing really well. And I'm so proud of him, and I respect him so much. The other person is my second brother, James Murphy. Lived out here for a while, did some electrician thing, went back down. Now he's doing his thing down in New Brunswick. People down there will know him. I'm actually not positive what he's doing right now, job-wise, but same thing. Has done amazing his whole life. Taking care of his family, has a young son. And I respect him more than anything. He's doing amazing. And I'm so proud of him, both of them. The next person I'm going to say is Tom Bailey. He is a man that lives in Edmonton. I used to work with him, side by side with him at Habitat for Humanity at the Restore in the South. That man literally worked through a heart attack. Literally. He had a heart attack and he was still trying to carry stuff around the building. He had to call an ambulance and force him to go to a hospital. Even after that, he had stroke stuff, and he's like, don't tell anybody. And he's working through that shit. We have to force him to go home and stuff. The man is a monster. He's 82 or 83. Sorry, Tom, for speaking your age out loud there, but it's because I have to give you props on how much I respect you, how much of a hard worker you are, and I don't want to be working until that age, but I hope to God that I can. You know what I mean? I hope that I don't think it'll happen. I think I'll be dead by then, but I hope to God that if I'm alive, I'm able to do what you can do at your age. You are amazing, and I respect you tremendously. You are an amazing person, an amazing worker, and just a great guy, period. So I had to give shout-outs to you, Tom. The next person is going to be Dr. Matthews. She is a doctor that I had down in New Brunswick, in Campbellton, New Brunswick. When I was a teenager, when I was having a really rough time. It was around the time I was in the group home and just got out of my last group home when I was living on my own. That woman strived and pushed me to take care of my health. She helped me so much. She got my friend and my girlfriend involved. She even gave me, I don't know if I should even say this, but I guess she can't get in trouble for it now, but she let me live in the hospital. She wrote a thing saying that I was sick or whatever, even though I wasn't, when I had no place to live for 8 months, and just gave me day passes every single day so I could still go to school and do schooling, and let me live there until I had figured my shit out. So I respect her, and I actually owe her a lot in life. So I don't know if she'll ever see this. I can't remember her first name, but Dr. Matthews, she was a diabetic specialist. I respect you so much, and you're an amazing person. Just so you know, next person I'm going to have to say is, I'll keep it in the town, I guess, is Adam Fitzgerald. Um, that is also a man that works at Habitat for Humanity, Resource Health. I respect that man tremendously. That man works harder than almost anyone I'm pretty sure anyone I've ever seen in my life. Him and Tom, next level. Adam's a bit younger, but works so fucking hard. That man carries the place on his back. Like, literally, you can, if you've ever been in the Resource Health, you have seen him carrying fridges, dressers, huge ass shit, literally on his shoulders. So, and that man works harder than any man I've ever seen in my life. So, Adam, I want you to know I respect you amazingly, like tremendously. And you're an amazing person and an amazing worker. And I'm glad to have gotten to meet you and know you and work beside you in my life. I really respect you. And the last person is going to be Steve Wiseman. He is a gentleman also from Campbellton, New Brunswick. He was a school counselor, actually, that worked at the high school in Campbellton, New Brunswick. And that man helped me out and so many other people out, so many other kids that I know, so a lot of my friends and just kids I didn't even like, but he did tremendous things for a lot of people. I want you to know, I wouldn't be where I'm at right now. I wouldn't have finished high school if it wasn't for you or anything, so I really appreciate you, and you're an amazing man. I respect you a lot as well, tremendously. And that is basically it for the real life people. Now, the last category is people just for different reasons. So we have Einstein, that one, obvious, his brain. Man is amazing. One of the best things he ever said, right? Craziness is, insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. I love that line. Next person, Buddha. I actually am a Buddhist these days. A lot of my life, Christian religion was forced down my throat. No offense, it was just from, like, my parents, because my parents were, and yada yada, that kind of happens. But I grew up and realized that wasn't my faith or my religion. That's not what a lot of it, it's not what I believed in. It's not what I felt. And Buddhism, it really called to me when I started practicing and following it. It's exactly what aligns with my faith, my beliefs, my just everything. And it really called out to me. And so Buddha, of course, and then Jesus as well. Although I'm not a Christian, what he did, what people say he did, what people think he did, regardless, the message is that's another person highly respected. The next person, you guys are not gonna like these next two, but I'm going to put them in and explain why. First one, Trump. A lot of people don't like him, but the man's business sense, his brain. He took companies, he took money, he didn't lose any of that money, he built everything up himself. He made millions, he became president, and sure, say what you want, but, try being president. Most people can't run their own lives, right? Try running 1 million people's lives, 1 billion people's lives. You see what I'm saying here? Like, again, say what you want. And it's not like he did a terrible job. I actually respect the man a lot. A lot of what he says is fucking funny. I gotta be honest, a lot of what he says just makes me laugh, so I fucking love to listen to him talk. A lot of his stuff is bullshit, sure, of course. Because again, he's a businessman, and that's one of the things you're good at. He's good at bullshitting, You gotta remember, he's a businessman. There's certain things even on the kind of flip bad side that, yeah, he's gonna be good at, but it's the reasons, right? It's not that it's necessarily all bad, but so I respect the man. Does he have a lot of qualities that I don't like? Sure. I fucking hate a lot of things about him. But there's a lot of things I respect. So, gotta be on the list. And the last one, you guys are really gonna, everyone's gonna fucking hate this one, but I'll give my explanation, and hate it if you want, I guess. So this one is Hitler. I know, I know, Hitler, but I'll explain why. Everything he did was bad. Everything. Not condonable. He's the biggest piece of shit person, basically, that's ever walked the face of the earth, ever. He's the worst human being. He's the worst example of what human being can be or do. What I respect about him was his brain. The man was a criminal genius. He was a twisted mastermind, okay? This man convinced how many people? I don't know the statistics, okay? But millions, okay? I'm assuming, right? He convinced a whole country that what he was thinking and saying was correct. He convinced enough people to the point that what he was saying was correct, that once he had an army, it didn't matter because then he could just rule through fear and murder and all the stupid, gas and all the stupid, fucked up shit that he did, right? So he wasn't a good person, no. He was a terrible person. But the man was a genius. I respect his mind. How he was able to convince all those people to follow him and slaughter and kill. Like, he didn't just convince them he didn't convince them to build a fucking toy factory. You know what I mean? He didn't convince them to make cotton candy. No. He convinced these human beings, which, okay, sure, sometimes it's not hard to convince human beings to do bad shit, but he literally convinced a whole country full of people to turn around and kill other people for stupid fucking reasons, for absolutely no reason at all, because they were Jewish. Right? That takes power. That takes mind power beyond anything anyone's ever seen since, I believe. Right? Because if there was anyone else that could ever do that, there would have been another, there would have been a third world war by now, right? There's one close, but it hasn't happened. If they were thinking incorrectly like Hitler, there would have been another war by now. If they were thinking correctly, though, imagine, and this is where this is where my respect thought comes from, because like I said, the man was a genius. What if you would have took Hitler and what he could do, how he could convince people and talk, and put that towards good things? Imagine that. Imagine if he would have convinced Germany to help Jewish people, to help themselves, to help their own country. Imagine if, that would have, like a Martin Luther King speech, okay? What if Hitler would have stood up there and convinced them to do good for themselves? Imagine how the world would have changed. Imagine what could have happened. What could have came out of that? Instead of all the countries fighting against each other, instead of a world war, he would have spread something that would have made the whole world change in a great, amazing way. That's my thought on it. He did it the wrong way, but his brain, his mind, I respect. The last two people gonna have to be Yujiro Oda. And sorry, I should definitely add someone there. His name, sometimes I butcher it all the time, so I'm just gonna say the creator, writer of Dragon Ball. Guy's a lyrical genius. Not lyrical, sorry, but like a writing genius. And Yujiro Oda, obviously, writer of One Piece. Man has been doing it, the most loved anime, my favorite anime, for fucking over 25 years. Guy's a fucking master. So yeah. Yujiro, I respect you more than almost anything. I know you have statues in Japan, in your hometown, that you helped them after the war, and they erected statues of your characters, and I am going to go see them, maybe by the end of next year, next year, whenever I can get over there. I'm going to Japan for a year or two. We're gonna see, but I am going for a bit. Anyway, yeah, and that is the entire list. I did the the people I respected, like the gods and stuff, last, so you could understand that the real life people, what level I put them on, and everyone else, because everyone on this list has the respect of a god or more to me. This video was a lot longer than I was expecting. So if you didn't sit through it, that's okay. But for you, those of you that did, I hope you enjoyed it. I'll probably cut it into 2 parts if I can. Anyway, have a good rest of your day, everybody. Cheers. Hope you guys all have people you respect in your life as well.